Washington, D.C. That's the setting for the Rockets. Perhaps the most skilled scorer in the game today. James Harden just can't be guarded. His offense will be on display soon as they game plan for the task ahead at Capital One Arena. Rock. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Hey, Dave.
Well, James Harden is both famous and infamous with his skill at getting to the foul line. Some don't like it, but Harden says,
Well, no doubt, David, he is one of the best. Thank you. Well, it's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for him.
John Wall's huge Supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direction they're going to take talent-wise.
And the Houston Rockets starting five. The forwards are Gordon and Tucker. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the center. And for Washington, Wall runs the point with Beal at the 2. Now this Bertans out there with Brown. And it's Bryant in at the 5 down low. So the Rockets win the tip. And here's Westbrook. Lays it up and banks it in.
And, you know, Westbrook is fearless. Likes getting deep inside and finishing around the rim and plays in attack mode all the time.
Wall against Westbrook. It's Wall with the drive. Makes it off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
Wall looking for an opening. Has to Beal. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Right side, Westbrook. Those three-pointers off the mark. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for Washington. Brown finds Bryant. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Westbrook passes to Capella. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
And the first one drops.
You know, starting out in the D-League, then bouncing around the international circuit, Tucker took the long, hard road to get here.
Both free throws good from Tucker. Washington with the ball. Now Bryant. Beal with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Beal can't get it to go.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Rebound by the Wizards. Beal deciding where to go with it. It's Brown on the wing, guarded by Harden. 6 on the shot clock. Beal can't get it to go. Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Harden kicks to Westbrook. From the arc. The Rockets again can't hit.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
And they pick up 2.
And how about Wall? Just phenomenal at taking it to the defense with that lightning quick first step.
Westbrook against Wall. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
The Rockets shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
Berton's shot is good.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Harden finds Westbrook. Lob pass to Capella. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Well, I tell you what, Clint Capella does a really good job of playing with such energy and effort, particularly on the glass, and because of that, he can hurt you on the boards.
And the slam dunk by Wall. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Westbrook dishes to Gordon. Unloads from 13. Connects, the jumper drops.
And Gordon's so efficient as a scorer, especially from the mid-range where he's almost automatic.
Outside, Wall. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one's on Eric Gordon.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Here's Brown. And the dunk by Brown. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Here's Harden. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Harden is known for his creativity. Can't lose him in the screen and roll, or he'll take you to school.
All with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Wall draws the double. And Bryant wide open. He shoots. No good on the triple. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. Harden, down it goes. His 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4.
How about the concentration? I mean, Harden is used to finishing past intense defense. There he goes, doing it again.
Outside, Beal. Finds the hole for the 2nd time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Tucker, the pass to Westbrook. Tipped away. Down low. And the dunk by Capella.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Wall's shot is good.
You know, Wall's done a nice job, in my opinion, of improving his mechanics with his shot. It's not quite a pure release, but much, much better than it was a couple of seasons ago. And he's really become effective from the mid-range area. 6'10" Capella showing you some bounce on that alley-oop.
Here's Beal. Brown outside. Shoots over Capella. And it's Brown missing. Houston in the lead. And the pass to Capella. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Capella's got 8.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
And Bryant kicks to Brown. Back to Bryant. Now here's Gordon. Out to the wing. And Brown over to help. And here's Harden for 3. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now. Clark, you were so prolific in so many areas of the game. Which part of basketball came the easiest for you?
I think the rebounding piece. I always had a knack for sniffing out missed shots and had the size and timing and hands to chase down rebounds. But that was probably the strength of my game and the most unique part of it at an early age. And then the ball handling. My dad was 6'4" in the 50s, which meant you pretty much played inside, and he drummed into my head and my heart. Make sure you can handle that ball. So from the time I started playing, I was dribbling and making sure I could handle it, and it served me well during my playing career.
Miles against Gordon. Off with the layup.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
Yes, you do. That pass on point on time. Thomas good at putting his teammates in the position to score.
Rivers finds Gordon. Shoots over Miles. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got his second basket of the game. Wizards trail by 5. Outside Thomas. Outside Beal. They double team Beal. Pass to Hachimura. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Thomas. Another one falls for Washington.
All the ways Thomas can beat you. That includes simply rising up and letting it go.
Rivers kicks to Gordon. With some arc, and that's 2 points on the layup. Gordon's got 6.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
That's good from Thomas on the assist from Beal. 6 points for Isaiah Thomas.
And, you know, right there, very aggressive inside. Thomas keeps the defense guessing.
Harden inside the three-point line, and Houston again with the bucket.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Thomas passes to Wagner. He dishes it to Miles. Passes it to Thomas. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Houston.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Well, the job of penetrating that they've done so far has really been excellent. I mean, they've done a nice job driving to the hoop effectively.
Free throw no good for Thomas. And we all know how rough things have been for Thomas the last few seasons, Greg, battling injuries and trying to find the right situation for his talents.
And the injuries have clearly taken their toll on Thomas. A lot of things need to go right for you to be a star player at his size, and lately that just hasn't been the case.
First one falls for him.
You know, no matter how you feel about James Harden, you've got to respect his love for the game. I mean, he absolutely lives and breathes basketball, and that passion has driven him to become the player he is today.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And Clark, last year, Harden was quoted in saying, most players don't really love basketball.
Well, I don't know about most. That seems a bit extreme. Maybe he feels that they don't love it as much as he does, which certainly you could understand. But I can say that very few players have the drive and determination to improve their game the way Harden has. That's part of why he's been an MVP.
Lob pass to Capella. It's stolen by Smith. And here we go. The Wizards fast break. Misses off the left iron. Houston leading by 5. Rivers gets a wide open look. Here's Capella. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Back to Thomas. And the layup's good off the glass. Thomas got 10 points.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
To the paint. Here's Capella. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Washington the other way now. Miles with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Well, you know, last season for the Rockets, not as strong as the season prior. 53 wins and 4th seed compared to 65 wins and the number 1 seed in 2018. Still face the same fate in the playoffs, though. Not able to overcome the Warriors.
The Wizards shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. 4-point game. With the floater. And the layup is up and in.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Smith finds Miles over Green. That's good for Miles on the assist by Smith.
Miles really remarkably quick in terms of how he fires right after he gets a pass. No time to waste with him.
Rivers bounce pass. And here's Harden. 13 points in the game. From outside the arc. The offensive rebound. Capella. They kick it out to Green. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Pass to Miles. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now just a 2-point Rocket lead.
Well, when you give Miles space to roam near the rim, he's going to finish inside with a variety of moves.
James Harden getting it done for Houston. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Now a chance to hear shooting guard Eric Gordon talk about their key to winning.
It's all about not making mistakes, getting rebounds, and getting good stops to really push the pace up. And I think when we do that, we always are at our best.
And Greg, nowadays it's all about pushing the pace.
And it's an offensive-oriented league now. When you execute and really look to attack, it puts the opposition on their heels.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
And so in the game for the Rockets, they've got Clint Capella, Harden out there with Austin Rivers. Then there's Gerald Green, and it's House in at the power forward.
and proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
Harden against Smith. Here's the three. Tries again. And it's Capella missing. The Wizards shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. Thomas against Rivers. Thomas deciding where to go with it. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And for Isaiah Thomas, Clark, who has battled so many injuries the past couple years, you just hope he stays healthy.
Kevin, you're right on both counts. Clearly, you'd love to see this little fella healthy because he was dynamic and explosive and highly productive when he was. He certainly has missed a lot of time recently, and even when he has been on the court, it typically was right after an injury or a surgery. So let's hope he can be healthy because he's one of the more entertaining players in the league to watch.
That free throw, no good. Clark, if you were a coach on a team, what would you want to see from a guy by the end of his rookie season in the NBA?
You know, Kevin, I won't be specific because I think it's more general in my estimation. Owning his development, whatever that means. Embracing how he's going to get better. If it's a particular area of the game, yes. But understanding the professionalism of work ethic and developing good habits and really owning that. That's what I would want to see.
You talked about a back and forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Green kicks to Rivers. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And it's a 4-point Houston lead.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
There's the pass to Hachimura. Back to Smith. And no good, but close on that one, so he'll shoot two.
Boy, and the intelligence of Smith. Really cool to see him get the defense to come into him when he's going up for a shot.
And now a chance to see the former Demon Deacon Ish Smith in action. Has been in the league for a while now and played for several teams, and he's a veteran through and through.
Free throw drop for Smith. And when you have Ish Smith on your team, you know he's going to give you scoring off the bench.
And Smith not exactly great at any one thing, but the whole package is solid for a reserve. As long as you can make the right decision and just run the offense, that'll get you pretty far in this league.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Ryan is checked in for Wagner. Brown comes in for C.J. Miles. And John Wall subbed in for Isaiah Thomas.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. For Washington, they have had an off night from the stripe tonight. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Davis Bertans checks in for Hachimura.
Let's go.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Wall up top. He's guarded by Rivers. Rocket 6. Bryant dishes the Wall. Over Rivers. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from John Wall. Houston's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And West.
Oh, wow. Are tell you what, one of the things I love about Westbrook is the ferocity with which he attacks the rack. When he's driving inside, he's trying to punish the defender and the basket.
And finished off by Berton.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Over in the corner, Green. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 4th assist in this one. Wizards trailed by 5. Now Wall. He's got 10. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
Here's Westbrook. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Out of bounds, Houston takes possession. Bradley Beal's checked in for the Wizards. And a change for the Rockets. Gordon's checked in for Gerald Green. Brown against Gordon. Pass to House. From down in the low post, it goes. House has got the lead up to 7 now for the Rockets.
High percentage play. He's excellent around the rim.
Ball passes to Berton. And the 3 off target.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
A floater, and that comes off the assist by John Wall. Berton's got 6.
Yeah, you know, John Wall is so masterful as a floor general. He's a real maestro out there, terrific at finding the open guy on time and on target.
Fires from the line. Tucker with the ball, working on Bryant. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Westbrook. Rebound, Washington. Berton's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Well, you know, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense, moving, spacing, dynamic players. Defense has not been at the level of offense, but I think he's actually improved as a coach in that area as well.
Here's Westbrook. Here's House. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. And the Rockets lead by 7.
Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possession.
And time again, Wall puts himself in a position to attack. Just a great job of creating offense for himself or his teammates.
Westbrook against Wall. Shoots it. They get it again. Passes to Westbrook. Second shot opportunity. Again, the Rockets score.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
And Clark, part of it for D'Antoni is that he is delegating defensive duty.
Yeah, and I like that, Kevin. He's made sure to have a defensive coordinator on his staff, delegating that role and responsibility. He thinks and knows that his team is better off that way.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
It's Brown with the drive, and good, coming off the assist by Wall. Brown's got 5 points so far.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Here's Westbrook. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Wall And that one is good. Ball's got 6 here in this quarter.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. Zone defense, Clark, being played now by a lot of teams. It's amazing that even with that, the point totals just continue to rise.
And you know what? I attribute the point totals continuing to rise to a couple of things. One, the volume of three-point shots that are being taken. And I think teams are playing at a little faster pace universally. You don't see as much walking the ball up the floor as I think you may have seen in years past.
Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
You know, at this point in his career, Austin Rivers has proven how deadly he can be as a weapon, Clark, off the bench.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I like the energy that Rivers comes in with. I mean, he pushes the tempo and looks for a shot as well. And I think he can play either guard spot effectively.
A free throw drops for Rivers.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even, Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either the point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you could see him being a top-level 6th man for the rest of his career.
High post shot. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Gordon. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And Gordon doing a nice job measuring these inside shots well. I mean, has a solid, quick release pretty much from anywhere on the floor.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
Yeah, he is on a major role today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Wagner, he's checked in for Bryant. Hachimura comes in for Davis Bertans. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Troy Brown. And Isaiah Thomas subbed in for John Wall. And a change for the Rockets. Harden's checked in. Harden against Beal. Shoots it up. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
To the inside. Here's Tucker. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
Boy, Capella is a real force inside. I mean, when he gets this close, you pretty much have to foul him. And, you know, you look at the way Clint Capella's offensive role has expanded the last few years. He's great in the pick and roll as an option at the top of the key, and he's actually seeing more and more touches as a finisher at the rim. The next step in his development being a back-to-the-basket scorer.
And with Capella, Clark, the numbers don't lie. He is a big factor on offense now.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I mean, his hands have gotten better. That's not something you can always see in a big guy, is improvement in his hands, but he's gotten better in catching and finishing. I love the way he moves and is always ready for the pass. He catches some tough stuff in traffic, and he gives you all of this at the offensive end with high-level defense, too.
Enzo Thomas will bring it up for the Wizards, trailing by 10.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Gordon against Miles. They get it back. Capella. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
And with Clint Capella, it's easy to see what an important piece of this team he is.
Yeah, it really is, guys, because when he's off the floor, there's a clear difference in how his team plays. I mean, he fits in so well and gives the Rockets exactly what they need, finishing at the rim out of pick and rolls, and then a terrific rim protector as well.
Pass to Miles. Nice ball movement by Washington. Here's Hachimura trying to get something going. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. There's 48 seconds left in the first half. From deep, Harden gets it to go from beyond the arc. Harden's got 18 points.
You know, Harden is a remarkable talent, especially offensively. A versatile scorer who really is unstoppable once he gets going.
Free throw line jump shot. Goes back up. Eigner can't hit.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Beal against Harden. Now here's Beal. D right on him. To the left wing. It's Thomas outside. He can't get it to go. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Rockets ahead, leading by 17. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. James Harden was the man in the first. He had 18 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, they're winning all the 50-50 offensive boards. The rebound goes up. Everybody goes to get it, but only one person's coming down with it. And that's the guy with the extra effort, and it's been them tonight. That's why it's a blowout. These second chance opportunities, and they made the most of them.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster. I mean, without major improvements defensively, this game is over.
And that'll do it for us. The third.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. Bryant is out there with Davis Bertans. And it's Brown in at the small forward position. That's the room for Scott Brooks getting going here in the second half.
Tell you one thing, it's a bonus to have a guard who can flush it like that. I mean, Wall gets up high on these jams.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop to loop all day long on the highlight reel.
Wall has hurt him in every way possible tonight. He's got firepower that really only a few guys in our league possess.
To the middle, here's Gordon. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 5th assist in this one.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Beal can't get it to go.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard
and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams. Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Here's Westbrook. Capella trying to free himself up. And Westbrook gets it to go. Westbrook's got 17 now.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Count it. He's got 12.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Here's Gordon. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Well, Eric Gordon is the kind of player that you absolutely do not go under on a screen. He'll pull up from deep.
Yeah, he's got great range, and you watch the former Hoosier shoot, and you see how much he uses his legs. Gordon's liable to take a shot from any distance in the gym. I mean, he's got that kind of range, and his form is very efficient, and his confidence is sky high.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Here's Westbrook. Nice D from Wall.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And finish off by Bryant.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Houston leading by 16. Right side Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Inside. And finished off by Berton.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
Harden against Beal. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Bradley Beal picks one up.
You know, it's become almost a foregone conclusion that Harden is going to lead the league in free throw attempts every year. He is a master at getting to the line. Well, I tell you what, you just cannot help but be in awe of the offensive dominance James Harden has had over the last few years. I mean, he's done so much for this team and done it with both his scoring and playmaking.
That free throw good from Harden. And when you look at usage rates, Harden is the offense for this team.
Yeah, you look at Harden's numbers over the last few years, and it has been absolutely ridiculous what he's done. I mean, there's no player who's had a better 3-year stretch in the history of the league. 30-plus points per game seasons the last few years, the near triple-double the year before. I mean, he's a marked man for every opponent, and he's still been able to put up these kinds of numbers. Absolutely amazing.
It's Wall with the drive.
And always a bonus to have a point guard who can dunk the basketball. Wall has great initiative when it comes to rising up and throwing it down.
Lob pass to Capella.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
Outside Beal. This one for 3. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got his 9th assist in the game now. Rockets leading by 15. Now here's Westbrook. 19 points in the game. And he uses the glass on the layup. Westbrook's got 6 here in this quarter. And it's Wall with the ball for the Washington Wizards. Outside Bryant. Bryant is doubled. Harden against Beal. The pass to Wall. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Wall's got 24 points.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
It's Westbrook with the drive, and he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Rockets lead by 17.
Man, you got to admire how easily Westbrook takes over games. I mean, an offensive juggernaut who is tenacious when it comes to scoring.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, it has been a long road back from injury for John Wall, Greg. The heel issue followed by the Achilles tear.
And you just hope that Wall can make a full recovery and get back to the player he once was. Provides so much with his speed and playmaking as well as scoring.
Ish Smith, he's checked in for Washington. Daniel House is checked in for Houston. Rivers comes in for Russell Westbrook. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
And John Wall, of course, having to fight back from that torn Achilles, but also is now having to play up to that super max contract he signed.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
Stolen by Rivers. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break.
Remarkable speed in transition from Harden, sprinting ahead of everybody, putting himself in a great spot there.
Pass to Bertans. Count that one. Bertans got 4 points now in the quarter. And with Wall, no doubt he's a star guard. But with that contract, Greg, comes heavy expectations.
No doubt. And I'd like to see Wall become more proactive, really as a playmaker on offense in the near future. Depending on how he feels after the injuries, he might need to change his style just a bit.
Here's Smith. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Clint Capella.
And, you know, Smith, the former Demon Deacon, he's a savvy veteran whose passing and shooting really can frustrate opponents.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
You know, they're taking care of business in the paint, too. Those are valuable points they've been getting down low.
Free throw good, Smith.
Well, it's no secret that the Rockets are looking to take threes as often as possible, over 45 a game last year.
Well, you think about the Rockets, and clearly they're the forerunners of the analytics application in how they play. Well over half their shots last season from three-point range, broke their own record last year in three-point attempts.
Here's Harden. Washington with the rebound. Here's Hachimura. The dish to Wall. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Harden bounce pass. Lets it go from the wing. And Houston again with the bucket.
Now, you got to remember that Harden has a quick trigger, staple gun quick. This guy is looking to score as soon as the ball touches his hands.
Washington calls timeout. Well, when he came into the league, Eric Gordon was tagged as a shooter. Now he's been shooting more than ever.
And Gordon, the last few seasons, has been shooting, how about this, over 8 threes a game. His success rate with them has gone up and down over the years, but one thing is for sure, he always has the green light.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for the Wizards. Isaiah Thomas comes in for John Wall. On defense, Houston. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. Miles, the pass to Hachimura. Here's Wagner. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And converted more than 4 out of every 5 free throw attempts last year. So just solid at the line.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
And that one misses. He hits the second from the line. Rockets leading by 21. Harden draws the double. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
That's platinum level dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart passer. Gets us to his teammates on time and on target.
Here's Hachimura. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect. Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the three ball in his last year of college, hitting over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
And the free throw, no good.
And although he started playing the game later in life, Hachimura has picked it up well, and exciting young player to watch.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end. Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much. Outside Gordon. Pulls up. Not going to go that time. Now Washington takes it the other way. Outside Thomas. And that one goes long. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. House has got 8 points.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
They double-team Beal. On his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket. Shooting a healthy 60% tonight.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
Here's Harden. This is it to House. Hachimura grabs the miss. Hachimura's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Beal. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's Gordon inside. He's covered by Beal. Wizards trailed by 21. Thomas passes to Wagner. Pass to Beal. From downtown, and the Wizards hit again from deep.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Rivers against Thomas. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
You know, we're used to seeing this kind of efficiency from Capella, but he's scoring with volume, too. That's impressive.
Thomas against Rivers. Outside Thomas. teardrop shot, and he sinks the layup. He's got 13.
The offensive arsenal of Isaiah Thomas, very versatile. Nice soft floater there.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Houston. Gerald Green comes in for Eric Gordon. We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter of the game. Harden scanning the floor. Over Smith. Here's Capella. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Capella's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Here's Hachimura. Guarded by Tucker. 6 to shoot. Outside Thomas. Fires the three. Harden grabs the miss. Houston leading by 20. Here's Rivers. He misses the mark. He's now 6 of 8.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Hachimura, the pass to Beal. And no good. Smith against Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Tremendous speed on the drive. Harden is consistent in attacking the basket.
Beal with it. From deep. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Houston cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Houston, Tucker and Capella are up front. Russell Westbrook out there with Rivers, and it's Harden in at the 3 spot. Thomas against Westbrook. And here is Beal. Good. Nice job down low. Beal's got 24.
Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Houston leading by 22. Down low. Here's Capella. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. And that's now 28 points for Clint Capella.
Capella's a capable scorer from the interior. Nice job there.
Here's Brown. Sweet little floater.
You know, the rest of the D can be stretched a little thin when the double team's in place like that.
Harden finds Capella. And some nice passing there by Houston. And the jam by Harden.
Now, you can't sleep on this guy's finishing ability. He loves getting room to throw it down on you, and he'll put you in a poster if you let him.
To the middle. Round the pass to Hachimura. Rivers against Beal. They double team Beal. Shot clock at 6. From deep, Thomas. You can't get that one to fall. Good D by Westbrook. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Rockets. They lead by 24, their biggest margin.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Hachimura, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Here's another rebound.
Rebound after rebound after rebound.
Oh, GA, he is crashing the glass with energy. I love it. Thomas against Westbrook. And the basket by Thomas.
No, he didn't. Did he just break out the finger roll? That's nice.
Now here's Westbrook. Bertans defending. And the dunk by Capella.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. The Rockets also changing it up. Clark, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Then McLemore comes in for James Harden. And it's Frazier in for Austin Rivers. And it's Houston on the break. Bucket is good.
You know, when Westbrook focuses on passing the basketball, it really helps his team. I love how quickly he finds his teammates.
The pass to Schofield. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Frazier kicks to Westbrook. Back to Frazier. Lets it go with a 3. Offensive rebound. Capella. And it's sent back by Bryant. Bonga deciding where to go with it. Softly drops in the floater.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
Westbrook dishes to McLemore. Shoots. Jump shot is good. So it's the Wizards now. Here's Bonga. Pass to Miles. Over McLemore. And it's Miles missing. The Rockets have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. And that one's good by Clark.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Jones drives in and denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Over a 7'4" wingspan for Clint Capella. That's long, folks, and makes him an intimidating shot blocker.
Rockets have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth. 8 of 12. Great open look there. Frazier's got 5 points now this quarter.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half.
Now, here's Miles. He's covered closely. To halt the run. The Wizards with another miss. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. In the corner, it's Westbrook. But he gets it back.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Washington's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Miles, guarded by McLemore. Now, Miles. Here's Schofield, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Nice job hitting him right in stride. Excellent play.
Here's Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
Connects from three-point range.
That is what Miles is out there to do now. I mean, a very consistent three-ball bomber.
Lob pass to Capella. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
An elite scorer, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
Jones looking for an opening. Pass to Bryant. And Bryant slams it in.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Now here's Westbrook. The shot that time, not on target. Some solid defense from Bryant. To the paint. And it's Miles missing. Stolen by Miles. Good work defensively by Capella.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
And the shot goes down. Westbrook's got 27 points.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Pass to Bonga. Here's Schofield. Bryant trying to free himself up. Schofield gets the bucket.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
The pass to McLemore. Frazier scanning the floor. Pass to Clark. McLemore inside the line. He's off on that one. And it's Washington the other way. Passes it to Bonga. Jones with it. Bryant is doubled. Jones with the bounce pass. Capella against Miles. From deep three-point range. Offensive rebound. Jones. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's Bonga, guarded by McLemore. Kicks it to Miles. It's stolen by Frazier. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. Plays it in off the breakaway.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Here's Schofield. Frazier covering. Washington again turning it over. And the Wizards making a change here. Wagner's checked in. The Rockets also changing it up. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Clint Capella. And it's Green in for Russell Westbrook. And it's Frazier with the ball for Houston. Pass to McLemore. Back to Frazier. He kicks to McLemore. Shot clock at 5. Shoots from the high post. Rebound, Washington. Wagner's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
Smith checked in for C.J. Miles. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And there's the pass to McLemore. Now here's Green. Six to shoot. The Rockets with another miss. Washington's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Rockets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Clint Capella.
And with the way he came out energized on the defensive end in particular, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling.
And the first one at the line is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus. Just make the simple play.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw. Beals checked in for Washington. .41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Jones. To the inside. That's good from Beal on the assist from Jones.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Right side, Green.
You know, one thing you like about Green when he's assertive is he's able to draw fouls.
Shooting for Houston, Gerald Green. Taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
And, you know, Green is known for his instant offense, no doubt about that. He's a guy that knows the coach is counting on him to let it fly and let it fly often.
He's perfect from the line this time. 19 seconds left in the game. Here's Bonga. Pass to Wagner. The shot's good.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Seven seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Clark. So we see Houston taking the W here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just